ZeroPage Homebrew, your best source for the newest Atari games.
Welcome to ZeroPage Homebrew, your best source for the newest Atari games. And today, we definitely will deliver on that promise. I was past the newest build of the game 10 minutes ago. It's fresh. It's fresh off the press. It's fresh out of the oven.
That's right, man.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know how I get so lucky to show up on the time. Like, my weeks end up being the
coincidental.
coolest weeks. Like, I get
lucky.
I get to be there for these great world premieres.
Today, yes, like Aaron said, we have the exclusive world premiere of Champ Games.
The champ is
new
here.
release.
The champ is here.
The champ is here. And we have an interview with John Champeau to help introduce the game. Not only that, plus there's going to be a giveaway of a signed boxed copy and digital copy of the game. And everybody watching, not everybody, one person watching
One of
you could win this game. Will win this game. Not even could. You will win this game.
That's the ZeroPage guarantee.
It is a guarantee. Ironclad guarantee of that. We don't even know what the game is. It is secret. It is, locked behind a vault.
That's
so
right.
We'll find out when you find out. But first, I want to thank all the Twitch subscribers who help support the show. Their names are gently scrolling up the screen there, including the newest subscriber, some guy named Nathan Strum.
Nathan, what's up?
Thank you for supporting the show. I've never heard of that guy. He must be new around here, new to the community. No, we know who he is. He's part of Champ Games. Thank you so much, Nathan Strum. And the newest follower, Dante. Oh, it's cut off. Profeta. Thank you so much for following, because you'll be alerted to shows like this. If you follow the show, it'll come up on your Twitch and you'll be able to know when it is. But you can subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime. Just link it up and subscribe, or you can just follow for free. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's too late. The prize has been given away.
Sorry,
so you want to watch
for
live.
the live viewers,
That's
but
right.
also we love you at YouTube.
We do love you at YouTube, so you can subscribe at YouTube and watch the shows anytime later that you want. Without further ado,
Let's just jump in.
Let's jump into it. I want to bring on to the show the man of the hour, the man of the year, the man of the decade.
The champ is here.
The champ is here. The guy who brings you these magical games every year. They said it couldn't be done, but it always is. This is the guy who's won so many awards for all of his amazing efforts for bolstering the repertoire of Atari 2600 games. I want to bring on John Champeau from Champ Games. Welcome, John, to ZeroPage Homebrew. Once again, our good friend.
Hey guys. Who is this great guy you're talking about?
I don't know. Some guy named John, but we thought we'd bring you on instead.
What's his name? Exactly.
Let me just turn it. Yeah, it's you. It's John. Thank you so much for coming on and continuing the tradition of the secret game reveal. This has been fun every time since the first time of Galaga we revealed on the show, Galagon, which took everybody by surprise. And so it's always a fun time having you on, and especially with the secret games.
Yeah, so I purposely plan these so it motivates me to work on the games a little more than I probably would. It makes it more of a pressure thing for me, but not too much pressure. So that's why.
Deadlines are motivating, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so this is more my tradition of not getting sleep for a week. So,
well, we all benefit from that except for you, so it's a worthy sacrifice, I think.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, exactly. So this is the big day. So we've been working on this game since December. As I mentioned before, this is a game I've never talked about. Nathan's never talked about. So I've been hinted at. No one's even asked me to make it. So hopefully people actually enjoy it.
Nobody's even asked you to make this. It just came up in a casual
conversation between Nathan and I, and we completely unrelated to actually making it. And we went, and then Nathan sent a screenshot and a proof of concept. Before you know it, we were here we are 6 months later or 5 months later. And
that's funny. He sent you a screenshot because sometimes you send him things with terrible graphics with placements, which will motivate him to do graphics, and now he's motivated you. So it works out well that way, right?
Yes, exactly. So we're always picking on each other, and so as far as what our next project's going to be. But this one really came out of nowhere because we have a ton of other projects that we should be working on. This one is it's been very challenging. I think it really fits into what Champ Games, what our mission statement really is to push the system as far as possible for games that people wouldn't have expected on the system. So this kind of fits more into that mold versus like rip off or something like that, where that's a little bit simpler game. We're still working on it, but this is something that we were kind of like getting into the doldrums of development, and we're like, oh, we need an exciting project. And then this one kind of really piqued both of our. We weren't really huge fans of the game. Okay. It was just one of those things where we kind of were making fun of it as we started, but as
this stupid game.
Yeah, exactly. What's simple, what's common is like what happens is like Spiders or Mappy or Zookeeper, games that weren't really, as we dig deep into them, we get a more appreciation for them, versus if you remember back in the 80s, you just had a couple quarters, you'd play a game once or twice, and then you move on to the next one. If it didn't really catch your attention right away, or there wasn't someone there explaining it, or Wikipedia or anything like that telling you how to play it. So if you didn't figure it out, you wouldn't get all the nuances either. So
and a lot of your games and other games in the community has had that same effect on me too, where either I'm somewhat familiar with the game and I didn't really like it back then in the 80s. And now playing it on the 2600, I'm able to get further in it, and I have a whole new appreciation for the game. And I'm like, oh my God, this game is actually really good. So that's a really good point.
Yep, and you still have a pocket full of quarters at the end of the day, too.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And Mark Zilla says, hard to imagine this one didn't get a mention in all the years of requests. Can't imagine what was missed. And I'm surprised at that too. Like you said to me that it's not something you mentioned, but you think it really hasn't been mentioned in general as something that people would want to see ported. That's surprising.
Certainly nothing that I can recall. It certainly was never on my radar because, like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of the game. I was, impressed by it when I saw it, but I was like, it was one of those things where my attention and quarters were taken up by other things. So I played a few times. Didn't do well, and then moved on. So, but so it'll be interesting to see what people think about this. Like I said, as I've been able to develop it more, I've become more of a fan of it. So
let me just fix something. It's not a bad frozen shot of you on the.
Yeah, I noticed that. Actually, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, let's get that going again. There.
And then it looks like we're frozen too.
We're frozen too. That's pretty cool. So we're both frozen. Well, we'll fix that as well.
This usually happens.
Let us know in the chat, guys. We can see. Yeah, and sorry about the ads, everyone. I can hear.
There's a simple way to get rid of those ads, but I don't want to repeat myself. You can subscribe.
I don't see any ads.
So you don't see ads talking to us. Yeah. So
we're back.
Okay. We're back. So you're gonna be giving away a copy of this game, a signed copy, when it's done, because it's not done yet. You're still working on it. When it's done, a signed boxed copy of it and a binary to go along with it as well.
That is true. Yes.
And people can win this today, and we're gonna explain the rules on how people can win this. So
they can only win it today. Yeah.
They really can only win it today. So forget the today thing. It's now. It's happening right now. So it's the first person. Not yet. Don't type anything. It's the first person to type the name in the chat of what it is. So I don't know if you had any beta testers on this, but we're not going to allow any beta testers. Obviously,
no inside trading.
No inside trading. Yeah, betting on things.
There's only 4 people in the community that know about this game. Nathan and I are 2 of them, and the other 2 shall remain nameless right now. But they'll be involved in the game itself, so they'll already get a free copy because they have contributed to the game. So hopefully,
no guessing.
I know who they are. So
Okay, so if they show up and start guessing, you'll know. That's good. Keep an eye on that. And so I'm going to limit it to one guess per person so you don't spam the chat with 1,000 games. So make sure you're fairly certain, but you have to also be quick. So it's a nice balancing act.
It's a deep calculation.
That's right. Maybe just have it ready. You think it is, and then press enter or whatever when you know it is. But John has also given some hints because it can be hard to prep you for this, and I think it's a good thing to prep you a little bit to narrow it down from every single game that's possibly out there
of all time.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the first hint is it's a port of an arcade game from the early 80s. So that still doesn't narrow down a lot. I've seen a list of every arcade game from the 80s, which is massive. Oh my God, they spit out a million games.
I would say early 80s, let's say 80 to 84.
Okay, 80 to 84. Yeah.
Yes.
And you already gave the second hint, which is you're pretty sure you've never mentioned it on any of your posts or interviews, and you're pretty sure nobody else has brought it up as a game to port as well.
Right. Exactly.
I mean,
it's definitely nothing that we've ever. It's never been in our development timeline. We've never announced this is what we want to do. It's never been on a list of any sort. So, and there is one more hint that I'll give, but I'll give it right before we start because I don't want people Googling, or asking AI like, give me a list of.
People are pretty quick, so. Be careful.
Exactly.
There's about 6 people.
Be like literally, as you're about to start, I'll give the last hint. And,
okay.
And it won't be a giveaway. And just to be clear, so what's going to happen is when the reveal starts, basically it's going to show the title screen graphic, and slowly. It's going to start pixelating it. Yeah. So save your one guess. It's kind of like one of those those old games where you would guess when you see like the picture, like
you buzz in
concentration or something like that, where you like piece of the puzzle and then you guess. That's what you were waiting for. So
it's going to be lots of fun.
Let's hope someone guessed it.
So I'm going to explain as we go along a little bit when you start guessing, so people kind of know. But we're going to input a code to get past because I don't know what it is, and John has put a code, so I can't even find out what it is.
It's encrypted files.
It's encrypted, and then it's going to say press button to start, and then I will press the button, and then that's when you start looking at it. You probably won't start guessing because it'll slowly reveal on the screen. That's when you start going. So don't guess right now. It won't count anyway, but don't bother guessing right now. Just like a modern console where you have to wait forever for the game to load. Yeah. The tape is loading. The screen is slowly filling. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So are we ready? Do you think we're ready to go? We've given enough preamble?
I think we're ready to go.
Got through our ads with anybody with ads?
Got through your ads, everyone? Yeah, good.
No,
they're random.
Yeah,
we can firmware in progress. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to switch over to the game view, and I will turn on the system and switch it over so we can see downloading at 56K. There is such thing as the Plus cart and all those other things. There's internet connected.
Oh my God! Look! Oh my God! 2026.
2026 Champ Games. Everybody can see it out there. Good.
And John, thanks for not making the code 40 characters.
Yeah, 40 characters. 4 is a nice number. It's not too crazy.
Yeah. And unlike Robot War, I'm not going to make you use like 2 joysticks simultaneously pressing things like that. Literally, I'm just going to give you the code one number at a time. Okay.
That was out of control. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because the last number is your the final clue.
Oh, I see. It'll help with people. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we've got A. I can.
Yep. So the first character is 1.
Okay.
So at 1.
If you get it wrong, it'll buzz. So.
Oh, that sounds like a positive sound. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next number is a 9.
Okay.
I think I see where this is going. Yeah.
Yeah. The next number is a 12.
1912.
Wait, what?
It's a board game.
It's an 8.
Oh, well, we kind of knew that. You said from the early 80s, so...
Yeah.
And the last
That's
number is
why
a
the last
hexadecimal number, right? No.
Exactly. So the next number. So basically what's going to happen, once that unlocks, then it's going to ask you a prompt to press the button to start.
Okay.
Okay?
So we've got 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's kind of the range.
I bet it's 4. I don't know, though.
Yeah, exactly. 2.
2. Okay.
Okay, we're going. 1982.
Okay, now start, and now people can start typing in their answers now.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what it is yet. Oh, I know what it is. Now I can watch the chat. There we go. Opcode Games. Unless it's different. But I think they got it. Oh, he didn't get the full.
We have a winner.
He didn't get the full arcade, so he doesn't get it. No, he got Zaxxon. It's Opcode Games. Eduardo got it first
All right,
in the
congratulations,
chat.
Eduardo.
Yeah, congratulations. Seconded by Ivory Tower Collections by like just a hair. And I'm going by my chats to make it even.
Yes.
So I don't know what everybody else sees out there in their chat, whether Twitch puts it out exactly the same everywhere. Because I know IRC didn't do that, but I'm not sure. And it should reflect in the stream chat as well, exactly. So congratulations, Eduardo, on winning a signed boxed copy of Zaxxon Arcade from Champ Games. Zaxxon Arcade. No, I don't think I've ever seen people ask for this. Yeah.
You know, I was going to give one more hint, because it's actually, there were 2 right answers.
Oh, is there an alternate name for Zaxxon?
No, it also includes Super Zaxxon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
so
yep.
We would have accepted Super Zaxxon.
Well, I don't even know anything about Super Zaxxon. I know Zaxxon. I played it a ton on my C64. I have the tabletop version of Zaxxon as well.
Yes.
And you're going to make me love Zaxxon, right?
I hope so. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good. So, yeah, so Super Zaxxon is basically, it's a very, Nathan's hint for this was called Lazy Sequel, because it's basically just the same kind of game, different colors. It runs really fast. It has a couple different stages and stuff like that. It has a different boss. So, but it's basically the same type of game. It's just, it came out after the Zaxxon, and it's basically Sega's way of trying to make a more difficult version of Zaxxon. So,
there's a lot of companies that did that with their arcade games. It's like, we need a follow-up, quick, change the graphics, make it faster.
Throw a super on it and speed it up.
That's right. That's right.
So this is the interesting part about this game is that how the conversation even came up in December was we're actually talking about Philip Blackman and what his next game
Splendid
might
Nut.
be.
Yeah.
Exactly. And one of the games that he's working on is Congo Bongo.
Yes. I remember his
that's also from Sega.
initial port. Yeah.
And I made an offhand comment saying, that's like Donkey Kong meets Zaxxon. And that's how it started. And then Nathan replied, well, what about Zaxxon? And then we looked at that demo that someone had done a while ago. I don't know if you ever saw the full screen.
Yeah, it was like it was like a thin screened but very detailed version of Zaxxon. It was very impressive, but playable? I don't know.
Yeah,
it was
not really. Exactly.
Really
so
skinny.
We did not go that route. So basically we did that, and then Nathan dug up a mock-up that he had done, not related to me, or Champ Games, probably like 15 years ago, and found it. And he said, this is what I thought it could be like. I think it was when Space Raid was made. I think Space Raid, I think you played Space Raid on your channel at some point.
Long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, which is basically like was a better version of Zaxxon, a 3D, not using the armor like that. So, which was actually it's a great game. So, but anyway, we took the stuff that we've learned from the playfield and turbo and kicks and stuff like that using different colors, and that's what prompted. So Nathan used that engine to develop the graphics for this, and it looked really good. So it's 4-color background graphics.
Nice.
So once that came out, this actually looks pretty good.
Wow.
And then I did the movements and stuff like that, and basically I spent like a month just developing an importer because he was taking the screenshots and putting them into this format that I could read. So basically these are exactly the same maps that you'll see in the arcade. He fed them to me like these huge bitmaps, and I put them through this importer that translated it into playfield graphics and took all where all the targets are and stuff like that. So that was pretty challenging, but that's kind of what started this all. So it took about a month to get something going, and then we were a little worried about the choppy scrolling and stuff like that, but it actually wasn't that bad, especially compared to, if anyone's ever played the ColecoVision version, it really scrolls pretty choppy too. So, so it plays very similar to like what Scramble would play like in Super Cobra Arcade, where your ship and the things that are free, that aren't attached to the terrain, are free moving against a coarser scrolling background, and I think it works pretty good. So.
It's ambitious. It's ambitious because it is a isometric view, and playfield being as chunky as it is, that's probably why not a lot of people have tried to take it on. Yes, exactly. That's probably what I thought. And from a development standpoint, it's very challenging because all collision detection, everything has to be done in 3D space now, not just 2. So it's not just like you just missile over this thing. It's not like you have like a X, Y, Z coordinates, stuff like that. So I can tell you right now, the game is probably like 80% done. There's definitely going to be some bugs, so this will be a good opportunity for people to pick them out. There's a lot of things that haven't been implemented, so it's not, this is done and ready to go. All the major parts are in there, but there definitely are some there's probably there's hours worth of work left to be done in this. So but it was a lot more than I thought it'd be, because after we got the demo going, like the proof of concept, I was like, okay, it's done in 2 months. It was like there's so much of this game. It's a lot of it's challenging. So, but anyway, so that's kind of the backstory. People are clamoring for us to start the game up, understandably. Yes, exactly. So, but look at that beautiful high score screen. Over and over and over. It is nice. So should we start on standard or novice? Are we going to miss anything with novice? No, everything. I didn't really have time to put in much difficulty ramping. There is some, so each level will be a little bit harder than the last, but it'll be much more fine-tuned for the final release. But so standard's fine if you want to do that. You know how to play Zaxxon, so it's basically just shoot everything. I'll play first. Crashing things. So. I don't think this guy knows anything about Zaxxon.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, it's basically a shooter, isometric, but you have verticality and then left and right.
I'm super stoked.
Okay, let's jump into it. You can guide us along with development notes and everything. So here we go, John. Great. Select maps. Ooh, the Champ touch is on this. Oh no!
So there's the Zaxxon. So if you go to the left or right, so there's the. So if you haven't figured out yet, the Super Zaxxon is a
dragon guy.
Yeah, they had a dragon there, so it's basically you can just select the. I would select this
original
to start. So
okay. There we go.
Is there sound?
Yeah, there's sound. At least we're hearing. Yeah, there's sound. Oh my god, I should have gone higher. Oh, nice explosion. Oh.
If you remember, if you stay up high too long, that's a wall.
Yeah, I
don't want to crash into those.
No, I missed the wall. And there's fuel as well. You have to shoot the fuel to
you see the fuel down there. So. Yep, and you see in the upper left there's the airplane icon that says 15.
Yeah, so there's 14. airplanes on the ground that you'll have to fight later if you don't shoot them now, I believe.
So the more you shoot here.
That wasn't high enough. Give me another chance to shoot these planes. I did not make it. No. It has been a long time since I played Zaxxon. Oh my god. Come on, let's make it to the space area. So there's two... oh my god. Embarrassing. Let's try that again. So there's two major zones in Zaxxon. One is this area, where you're kind of going through mazes, defeating enemies and trying not to get shot. And also you can tell if you're over the wall by shooting.
Yeah, I was just noticing that. That's a nice detail.
It is a very good detail.
Yeah. Without that, you'd be sunk. So the outer space level, once you get to that, that's what I was working on 10 minutes ago. So that may be a little glitchy. So
okay, we'll forgive you. There we go, and I am above it. Yay, space time. So now you fight the 11 planes that are like, ooh, this looks amazing. And now you have to kind of judge where you... Oh, there you go. And you get a little crosshairs. But you can also judge it by how big they are as well, and compared to your size.
Yeah, because you... just so you know, I had no time to put in any extra patterns, so this is all they do. But it's at least playable, so... Okay. So you can tell in the full version, there'll be like all different patterns when they fly in from the back and stuff like that, so, but...
Nice.
That's it. So this one you actually have to fly in between those.
Yeah, a little bit more challenging.
Yes.
So you really need to use your firepower to tell where you are in relation.
Yeah, you have barriers too. So.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, fuel. This looks unbelievable. I didn't think it would look this good. A 2600 version of Zaxxon.
Yeah, I think Nathan did an amazing job on it.
Oh my god.
So this is using the same method that we use in Turbo Arcade. It's 4 colors.
Okay.
But the background's always black. So it's basically 2 colors that can be separated, and then combined will make you a 3rd color. So
I wasn't even looking at the colors. I'll have to look at them this time. Well, Erlen's dying.
Let me give it a shot.
It's a challenging game.
Let's do some original. Let's see how we do.
Go to the right, quick. There.
Okay, cool. Sorry, it took me a sec to figure out.
Sorry, John?
Not a good start.
He made it! No. It is challenging if you've never played Zaxxon before, and kind of orientating yourself to how things are in 3D space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you stay up too long, then a guided rocket comes and destroys you. So.
So there's like, oh my god, okay, there's incentive to get low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That explosion graphic, I could not figure out how to do it, and Nathan spent a lot of time. He basically broke down the arcade one and sent it to me with all the vectors that I had to do. And okay, now I can do it, because I was trying to figure it out just by looking at it. It was driving me insane because it flickered at 30. Even the arcade one flickered at 30 hertz, so it was very difficult to follow how they were all moving. So
yeah, no, this looks amazing. There's very, very little flicker. I mean, there's a lot going on the screen, so the flicker management's really good in this.
Yeah, definitely. They're all the objects are where they are in the arcade, but we could probably avoid some flicker by vertically separating them a little bit. Just by moving, like, for example, like when you're coming up, you see right there, you have the cluster of the fuel and two gunners.
Right.
If you just move one of the gunners a little bit lower, you will get no flicker right there. So, and there, the big cluster, we had a bunch of things. So we've kept it arcade accurate now. But if if people complain about the flicker or whatever, the game actually lends itself very well to the Atari as far as
It really does. And I don't mind the flicker. It's very minor. There's so much happening on the screen that you don't even have to worry about it too much. the
yes,
flicker?
exactly. So even if it's flickering, it's like a scramble in Super Cobra. Even if it was flickering,
Yeah.
it'd stop flickering right away because if you're blowing up stuff, it'll be gone soon. So
tell me about your history with Zaxxon. Like when you played it in the 80s, what did you think of it? How much did you play it? Did you play it on any home consoles?
Okay, yeah. Well, I played it probably maybe half dozen times back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because I thought it looked really cool. I was really terrible at it, for one thing. And Nathan basically had the same experience too. We went, this looks really good, but we suck. I'm gonna use my 4 and go play Vanguard for now. As opposed
yes.
to, 5 minutes on Zaxxon. So, but I really enjoyed playing the Atari 800 version.
Okay.
Which is really good. It's very similar to the Commodore, I'm sure. So
yeah, probably.
My brother Paul calling me now. Probably looking for a free copy of Zaxxon.
That's right. Do I win one? Oh, there exactly. I saw the rocket come by at you.
Yeah, how does the fuel work? So I noticed that I was running out of fuel when I started to arrive.
Yeah, you're at about just under half right now, and you have to shoot the round.
Oh, so yeah, so there's not only are you evading, you need to. Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh boy,
I flew too high.
Too close to the sun, Erlen.
That's what happened.
They got to take you down a notch.
Oh man.
And it's also good to avoid the holes in the ground because the rockets come out of them.
There's a lot to sort of pay attention to with this one, but also there is a pattern to it. Like it is a classic arcade where if you know, you can start to figure out the maneuvers and the flight path. But it's like there's a lot happening because as soon as you do one thing, you don't have to worry about one thing. But then, like you fly low, there's different hazards than above.
Yeah, there is. You have to pick your poison. Sorry, John.
Nice problem. So one of the things I did not like about the arcade, or people complained about, is that the targets are in the same spot every single level. Which is the case here as well. But we have them separated. The objects are stored separately, so we could easily, and we plan on adding more layouts of where the objects are located. To give it a little more variety than the arcade. Which would be cool. And we do have
a champ version of it, right?
Yeah, this is a 64K game, so we still have like 20K left. We're thinking of putting in another level, which it's actually a lot of work to do that, so we might not do it, but we're looking to add a lot of things for challenge mode as well, power-ups and maybe a different boss and stuff like that. So there's definitely some opportunities to even make the game a little more exciting. Yeah, to shoot the satellite, you need to be almost up to the top as far as the altitude is concerned. So, which I saw you.
That's what I figured. Yeah. And the satellite is fuel as well.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. So you have to get all your fuel during the run here in the normal area.
Yeah, exactly. It does move. The fuel moves a quarter of the speed when you're in outer space or battling the boss. So.
Okay.
But that is something that if we go on like Strategy Wiki. I don't know if you've ever been on that. It kind of tells you.
Once in a while.
Yeah. So I read, and they basically say you got to load up on the fuel before outer space and before the.
Because you can run out of fuel in outer space.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So if you run out of fuel, you basically start descending. You can still shoot something. So if you're descending and you're quick enough to shoot fuel before you crash, then you'll save yourself.
Oh my god. Oh, it started on its own. I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah, it's after like 12 seconds it'll automatically start. So basically, so Super Zaxxon was basically different colors. You saw that little Super Zaxxon emblem at the beginning.
Yeah,
the graphics are different, but everything's kind of in the same spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm already noticing that.
But you will notice something different. Instead of outer space, there's something even cooler.
Whoa!
Oh, this is different too.
There it is.
Go through it. Oh, nice! Oh, this is awesome. Are they all on the ground?
Yeah. You cannot shoot the mines.
Oh, okay. I'll avoid them.
Those things that are floating right there.
Yeah, I will avoid those guys. I like the movement pattern. And there is some inertia in this game.
Yes.
You don't stop immediately.
Look, you actually killed all your fighters, so now you'll get a...
Oh! Holy crap, I actually did it. This must be easier than the original. Because I did not.
Oh, no, actually it's not, and I'll tell you why. Super Zaxxon moves twice as fast in the arcade.
Oh, come on.
Which I did add that feature, but you need to flip the right difficulty switch. We call it ludicrous speed.
Nice.
I didn't really test it. It definitely, but it'll make it makes everything scroll twice as fast. So it's very impossible.
So they have the option of one or the other, which makes things a lot nicer.
Yeah, to have the options.
Even just to learn the game too, if you're only playing it at ludicrous speed, it's hard to learn.
Well, welcome to the arcade, right? So it's like, eat your quarters and then never come back to the machine.
Yeah, we just added in there because that Super Zaxxon was not well received for that reason. People like this game is fun and it's way too difficult. So we decided to just port them over, but we give those arcade purists that if you want to have a speed run, you can flip it on ludicrous speed.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting darker. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look. Oh my god. I love this animation so much.
Huge. Oh my god. What the?
Whoa, homing.
No, my last life.
You have to be a little bit higher to shoot the fireball.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can shoot it. Okay, I thought it was going to avoid it.
Yeah, if you shoot it while it's in its his mouth, and it destroys the dragon.
Okay. Mostly I found I have to concentrate on the openings to get through these levels. They just...
Yeah, we gotta focus on a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
One thing I didn't get time to add was in the later levels, the openings get smaller.
Oh, geez, that's exactly what I want. Yeah, that makes it easier.
Yeah, exactly. So, but just know we are going to make them wider in standard because this is the arcade size that starts.
Okay.
And advanced is going to be more like the arcade. So standard is going to be, the openings will be wider. And actually novice is that the openings are taller too.
Oh, okay.
And I actually did put that in. That was easy. That was like 5 lines of code to add that in. So.
Okay.
So shooting the satellite dishes do anything different?
It just points. Oh, come on. Yeah, shooting the other things in here that go back and forth, the satellite things, do they just give you points? Or do they give you... They don't give you fuel or anything?
No, you don't get any fuel. This is kind of like their replacement for the outer space level.
Right.
Yeah, so you don't get fuel in it at all. So basically, those are called the launchers, and they're just launching mines that you can't shoot. But you can imagine that as the game progresses, they become more of them, and then there's tons of mines all over the place that you can't shoot. So it gets a little more challenging.
Yeah.
So.
Barely making it through these openings.
Satellite dish, that red one, does that do anything different?
Oh, those satellite dishes. I don't think so. I think
No, satellite dishes, they purposely put those in spots that are difficult to get to because they're worth 1,000 points.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
That was a quick... Oh, because I shot his head? Is he more invulnerable?
No, it's the mouth. You're shooting the fireball that's in his mouth.
Oh, okay. That's how I got that.
And just so you know, the boss levels aren't done yet. It's not going to be that easy because in the arcade game, when you shoot the fireball, he like shakes a little bit, so you have to readjust. You can't just line up and pelt him. So.
Okay. Yeah, that seemed a bit too easy.
Yes.
I was like, what? No way I can. Planes. There we go.
Yeah, it's more like we want people to see the special parts of the game. So
the inertia is brutal. Like you're trying to turn around to go to the right when you're going to the left at full speed. It takes a second or two. You have to really kind of play it cautiously and not oversteer. Oh, I knew it. Stop it. Yeah, the explosion is great.
good. I don't see any major bugs yet.
No, I haven't seen anything. Good job of polishing it up today in the last hour before we went live.
Yes, exactly. So I've been in pretty good shape. I had a list of like 30 things I wanted to do before the reveal. I got through like half of them. So there's a lot of things that I didn't get to add, but we're planning on releasing this most likely PRGE, maybe sooner. We already have Dave Dries doing the artwork. He shared some. I haven't gotten back to him yet. He just shared some.
Oh, nice.
Ideas yesterday. It looks really good. So, we probably will fast track this when we get it released, either before PRGE or at PRGE for sure. The latest.
Oh, excellent. That'll be.
So high, so narrow.
It is so narrow.
You said as it advances, it just gets narrower and narrower.
Well, it was on level 2.
Yeah, exactly. It gets narrower. But if you played it on novice, then the opening would be taller.
Okay. So maybe go to novice. So what happens when you play both of them together? Does it go through one and then goes to the to Super Zaxxon after?
So it just rotates them exactly, which is actually pretty cool because you want to be able to do that in arcade. That way you get to do outer space and tunnel levels in the same game.
Right.
Which is cool. So, and you battle the robot and you get to battle the dragon. So.
Oh, that is very cool. You pick novice.
Yeah, so it's fairly easy to add. So.
So what kind of Champ game touches are you planning or want to add to this to expand the game? You did mention an extra level, level if you can.
Yeah, probably an extra level. Definitely having it so the objects are in different positions. Like I said, in the arcade, they're always in the same spot, so it becomes like a memorization pattern in the arcade because the levels, they just get faster, they shoot more, your fuel dissipates faster, that's really the only challenge in the arcade. So we would add have it so the location of the objects can be different per level. And then we wanted to do some power-ups. Like a good power-up here would be a guided missile that you could use to shoot these things that you can't.
Yeah, like so hold down the button or something.
Once you lock onto it and you press the button, then it would automatically shoot that one that you locked onto. So that would be something that you would pick up in the previous level.
Yep.
And some other enemies we plan on adding as well. Maybe a different boss too. So if you do a Champa level, that would have its own boss as well. And then you could play through, just Champa levels, just Super, just Original, or rotate through all three of them. So
you could have Paul Champeau as the boss. Defeat Paul at the end of the third level.
Yeah. We have some other ideas that we've been, as we develop the core game, if we have any ideas for challenge, we kind of just write them on the side. Say, okay, that'd be kind of cool if we can do that. So, and it'll be a 2-player game, but not 2-player.
I was going to ask that. It doesn't really lend itself.
Two people on the same screen, but it'll be so you can just alternate turns like that. So you want to shoot the missile?
Yeah, he almost got it. There's a question from the chat from Mark Zilla. I'll generalize it more. He asked what was Pixie used for the type of scrolling or not. So maybe in general, what kind of technology and ROM and RAM and bank switching scheme was used for this?
Okay, yeah. So it's a CDFJ game.
Yeah.
So it's not Pixie. I think Pixie's the other one, right?
Yeah.
The Uno cart.
It's the other side of the fence for advanced game.
They have kind of the same capabilities, in my opinion. It's just a different way. I've actually looked into it. I think it's really fascinating how they do it, like writing directly in the cartridge as you go on.
Oh yeah,
Personally, I like writing the assembly language, so as far as I know, I don't think you can do anything outside of what CDFJ can do, but it can do it easier. In my opinion, if you're not. I've been doing this for 20 years now, so to me, it's like trying to change now is really difficult for me to try to learn a whole new technology. So,
but anyway, you're comfortable with this,
yeah. Yeah, so CDFJ, and this is 64K. I had the delusion that I was going to be able to fit this into 32K at some point.
Oof.
And, you know, we started using compression schemes for the level data. The level data takes up a ton of room. But as with everything, if you, as you notice, there's no screen rolls in this, which is nice because there were a few. I
just did see some glitching in the space sequence of the ships going.
Yes, the space sequence is. Yes. Yeah. There's something odd about the space sequence because of all those stars and stuff like that. So there's something because there's a ton of objects on that. I think it's causing things to glitch a little bit. But yeah, so. But anyway, so we went with some compression schemes, but they. That's funny. I forgot to change the color of the level number if you're on novice. It's still blue.
Yes.
So I got to put that on my list when.
Yeah, for high score competitions, that's no good. Shoot his mouth.
And also in the high score, there's gonna be an icon in the high score list that'll determine. It'll show what levels you were playing, whether they were the original ones, Super Zaxxon, or all. So I have like a little A, S, or Z on it. Whatever.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Especially for people submitting high scores or screenshots and things like that.
Yeah.
And if anybody else has any questions, just type in question in the chat and put your question there. So how much RAM is...
Yeah, so, well, we're not using that much RAM, believe it or not. So it's a lot of ROM here. But yeah, so CFJ 64K gives you up to 16K, I think.
Okay.
Maybe 4K. 8K. But we're using less than 4, so it's quality graphics. So, and then what were the other questions? Oh yeah, the ROM size is 64K, like I said. So,
yeah.
So unfortunately, I originally intended on having maybe I can have a demo with just like Zaxxon in it and keep it under 32K, and that lasted for about 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden, now I'm starting growing past 32K. This is a lot. Wow. So even like taking all the Super Zaxxon stuff out of it, still puts it at like 40K. So
maybe you could go a little bit more into Nathan's side of things of how he took the graphics from the arcade and brought them to the 2600. As you said, he's done crazy things before, like 3D renderings and Photoshop and like advanced stuff and After Effects or something like that.
Yep. Yeah. So basically, what he did was, once we decided we were going to try to do this using the turbo technology, we call it, which is actually the Xevious technology, believe it or not. Turbo borrowed it from Xevious. So it's basically the 4-color playfield graphics that you can do without any flicker. So obviously it looks having the background even shimmer, I think, would be devastating for a game like this, where it's full screen to be in your face.
Yes.
So anyway, so once we got that done, so basically what Nathan did is he went, grabbed some screenshots from Zaxxon, he stitches them all together, so it's like this huge long bitmap or GIF file. And then he sized it to the 2600 scale, and also changed the colors to so there will only be 4 colors involved. So that was a huge undertaking. So and then with that, what he would do is, if there was like a fuel tank here, he put a red dot. And if there was a left gunner, you put a green one. So I developed a importer that would take this whole thing, convert all the playfield graphics, and then it would scan for those colors and say, okay, here's a fuel tank here, there's a gunner there, there's a plane or the wall. The wall is actually rendered. The original one had the walls inside the rendering screen that Nathan had provided, but thinking ahead about how to make the walls different sizes or make them dynamic, we ended up removing them from the map, and the walls are actually generated dynamically. So an entire wall is stored in like 8 bytes, giving like the height, the width, the location, and where the gap is. So that was cool. We took a step back to add that technology in there, with the thought process being we can use this to change the walls, for different levels very easily, change the size of the gap, without having to render more graphics.
That's smart.
Yeah, so that was pretty challenging to get to that point. So, and then obviously Nathan did all the graphics themselves. What's interesting about the graphics, I don't know if the keen eye would notice that most of the graphics are wider than 8 bits, including the ship.
Oh.
So the reason why there's single color is because there's not enough time to change the color on each line, because every line we could potentially be shifting both players and the missile. You have graphics that can be 16 pixels wide, or basically there's no limit as to how wide they can be.
I guess that's an advantage of an isometric game. You can have like really wide graphics.
Yes, exactly. So, like even those fuel tanks are huge. So those are double width sprites, but if you shift them by 1 pixel each line, they look like single width sprite, because
they do.
It tricks you into thinking that there's it's using single pixel resolution. So that was really a cool addition that Nathan put in there. So there are a few issues with the like the 3D rendering, where like if your ship is actually behind the wall when it's flying in, you still see your ship bleeds through. We had some ideas to get through that, but that's more of the that's the final touch stuff that we do once we're done with the game.
Yep. No, this is. I'm getting better. Of course, I'm playing on novice, but I am getting better at getting through the openings. They're a bit wider, of course, in novice, but I think it's great that you provided that opportunity to people to practice the game and not just get devastated right at the beginning. And like you said, in the arcade, you got turned off of it because it's too hard.
It is a game that benefits from playing it a few times because you the patterns. The isometric view isn't something I interacted with quite before. It's very intuitive once you play it for a second, but at first you're like almost trying to figure out the height. I think this is probably the hardest level
for me.
Optimize points for. It's nice because it's not, you don't get deleted because it's actually easy to evade, but to actually hit all of these ships to get the bonus is, I think that might be one of the most difficult, because it's hard to gauge their height.
It really is, yeah. But I've always found that part hard.
John, I'm curious, you said that when you first looked at this game, or mentioned it offhand, there were some complaints you had about it, and as you kind of dug deeper, you had grew more appreciation. What were some of the things that as you dug in deeper, you started to appreciate more?
Yeah, I would say just, I never even knew there was a goal to shoot all the flames, so that was kind of a cool, like, side quest that, you don't really realize. You just, not just flying around doing, trying to avoid stuff. There was actual goal in the game that I didn't understand. So that was probably one of the things. And plus, just like anything, in the arcade, I really wasn't good at flying with this thing. It was kind of like your guys' first couple games. You just crashed a lot and you kind of gave up on it. But once you get, you figure out that it's really kind of like it's almost like a racing game, if you think about it, where you're going through anyway, it's something where you can anticipate what's coming up next, and you really get to plan steps ahead, which I think really add to the uniqueness about it as well. So yeah, I got to make that more difficult blown stuff. It is fun.
Yeah, it's almost a breath. You're like, I got the boss. I get a break
finally
before the
boss.
next hard part.
Yeah.
Which that in and of itself isn't a terrible thing, but a little bit more difficulty.
Well, actually,
I also think
even in the arcade, the biggest complaint is that the boss is way too easy. Even in the arcade, so even when you put the shaking in there and stuff like that, it's still, you line up to it. So it's at the same place. So you line up to the exact height every time, and you just blast away. You don't have to destroy it. So I don't think any seasoned Zaxxon. It's more of a reward than a challenge, for sure. So, but as the levels progress, the time that the rocket's actually in the holster there, or whatever, or the fireball in the mouth, gets shorter. So you have to be better, because you can definitely, once it launches, then obviously you only destroy the robot or the dragon if it's still in the guy's mouth. So
yeah,
I see Philip's in the chat right now. Philip, this is all your fault.
Philip,
you're the one who
I don't know if he was around
this.
for the story about Congo Bongo. So, well, that's
another isometric game.
Yep, that's how this was born. It's literally it wasn't like, hey, let's do Zaxxon. Wouldn't it be cool if there's basically just an offhand comment saying, hey, when did Donkey Kong meets Zaxxon, talking about Congo Bongo. And that's kind of what started us all.
So when do you hope to release a demo? Because you usually release an early demo sometimes.
Probably I'd say within. One thing I wanted. Can I talk about our champ sale that's coming up? Just because
no promotion. No,
please
we don't want you to sell games. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
we're working on. So the only reason I'm bringing that up is because we're starting that in like a week, and I have a lot of stuff to do. So to prepare for that. So we hope to release a ROM within the next couple of weeks. I was really up against the wall to get this ready today, and that's my own fault because it was plenty playable last week too. But I'm like, I get this all. Oh, I want to make sure this is this done. So,
I don't mind you putting in extra stuff and polishing it up for the show. It's better for everyone, It's better for you to get further ahead in the game and to show people really the showcase the game.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think actually considering all the changes I made in the last 4 hours, I'm pretty surprised that I didn't see any crashes. So that's good. So that's a good start. But there's definitely obviously some glitches that need to be resolved. So, but anyway, as far as the demo is concerned, we're hoping within like the next week or two. I'd say the next 2 weeks would be.
That's pretty.
You just want to get it solid, and unfortunately, it'll be 64K again. So Harmony cart users are out of luck, but you can still obviously play it in Stella. As far as the Plus system, it won't work on the Plus system when it's a cartridge, unless we can con Atari into updating the firmware. It's just the way it works, unfortunately. Any new game needs to be submitted for approval and then added in there. But I'm sure that won't be a problem. So
of course.
And then, as I was mentioning, Opcode was a big winner of the contest. So I'll send him his copy, or if he's at PRG, I'll hand it to him, which would be nice. So
he usually is there, and I hope he is there again, so I can say hi and drop by his booth, because he usually has a booth there.
Absolutely. So if not, then obviously we'll ship it to him when it's ready to go. So right now, we're planning on the release being in PRG, which would be mid-October. But like we did with Spiders last year, we released it in August. Because we want to release Rip-Off, and then we mentioned Cosmic Dungeon before. So I'm going to get back to that game. So the hope is to release all three of those this year. So if we do that, we'll probably do Zaxxon prior to PRGE, or we might end up doing all three at PRGE or whatever's ready. So so it'll be a big year. So.
Any other Champ Games Presents titles that are being worked on or that are going to be announced soon?
I should mention that Andrew Davies' Gridlock, which we announced probably a couple months ago, maybe longer than that. We got all the printed materials. That's why we're having the sale. We're out of stock about like 6 or 7 of our games are out of stock right now. But we submitted a print job last week, and they're actually being shipped to me now. So we're going to add those back in. And included in that is Andrew's game, Gridlock. So we'll be adding that to the store within the next week or so to coincide with our sale.
Oh, the big sale.
So what we're having, I don't know if anyone knows, but this is a big year in Champ World because it's our, brace yourself, the triple-versary. Nathan came up with that, by the way. So 30 years ago, this year is when we started Champ Games, our DOS games. So 1996.
Okay.
Then
nice.
20 years ago, we released our first 2600 games, which were
really?
Ladybug and
coincided. Nice round
and
numbers.
Conquest of Mar. And then, am I missing one? 2016. So this is the 10-year anniversary of us releasing our first ARM game, which was Scramble. So it's a 10, 20, and 30-year anniversary of 3 fairly major milestones in Champ's history. So to celebrate, we are having everything's on sale. Actually, everything will be on sale. So all cartridges will be 10% off that, and all, I think, I don't want to misquote myself. It's like, I think ROMs will be 20% off and T-shirts will be 30% off. So, exactly. So we have plenty of those. And
excellent.
I seldom put the Spiders T-shirts in the store yet. So I'll be doing that because I literally have like 30, 40 of them. We still have some, couple turbo ones and original Champ games with the vertical one, and I think we even have a Gork one left. So, but anyway, so just be our way to say thanks for everyone's support, not just for the last 10 years or the 20 years, but for 30 years. Can't believe we've been doing this for 30 years, but
because I see people pop up from time to time. It's like, oh yeah, they did DOS games back in the day. People remember that. You were big all the way back 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh. So that's we'll be announcing that in the next week as well. So to coincide with the release of Gridlock. So so that's that'll be big. And actually, I wish I had a picture of it, but I'll be posting it online. Nathan came up with a really cool triple-versary poster. That is, I won't give it away, but basically every order will include a copy of this special commemorative limited edition triple-versary Champ Games poster. So
can I guess what it is?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
It's every single game you've ever released. It's all the box covers.
No, it's much cooler than that, but you are very close. It does have representatives from all of our games in it.
Nice.
But,
that's gonna be
I'll be
cool.
posting it in the next couple of days, so it'll be it's a nod to one of to at least my favorite rock and roll band. So
interesting.
Which I won't tell anyone, but
yeah, because I guess the DOS games weren't sold in boxes or anything. They were binaries online, the DOS games.
No, they actually sold on 3.5-inch floppies and sold online too. So they had
okay.
I think I showed you. Did you see at the Champ booth? We had a setup for the old DOS games that Paul had set up on like a Raspberry Pi running DOS.
I didn't. Oh my god!
And we had the cart. We had the. I have all the original 3.5-inch floppies that have all the labels on them, stuff like that. The triple-versary poster only includes the our current Champ games, by the way. So.
Okay.
But it's still there's a nod to 1996, but that's basically all it is. We're still focusing on Atari stuff, but anyway, so we're very excited about that, and hopefully other people will be excited as well. So
well, congratulations on 30 years. Sticking it out, staying there, providing incredible games, continuing to do it with Zaxxon now. Nobody saw that coming. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I know I'd never mentioned it. No one had really asked for it either. So hopefully people will appreciate it, as kind of like Spiders or Zookeeper or Mappy, even though it's not maybe a game that people played a lot back in the day. It certainly was groundbreaking for its 3D isometric view. It was like the first one that did that. And so we hope to take that and represent that as best as we can, and then add in some other Champ game features that will make the game, give the game a little bit more replayability. Just being able to play Super Zaxxon and Zaxxon. Oh, you never got to show Ludicrous Speed. Not that you want.
We got to show off some.
Can we access it?
Yeah, you just got to flip the right difficulty switch to B.
Oh.
I have no idea what's going to happen when it does it. I just know it scrolls twice as fast.
I think we need a little super Zaxxon in our lives.
Yeah. We'll play novice.
Let's do novice.
So does it show on the screen any indication? Because I flipped it already to A, the right difficulty.
No, it'll it's the right difficulty. Now I should just start going really fast.
Okay. Here we go. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, you got to be knowing your maps for this one. It's like you got to, like the ship does not.
This is how fast Super Zaxxon plays in the arcade.
What?
Man.
What?
Just so you know, that's why it did not do well. They didn't sell many of them. But
like your ship doesn't your ship up, down, left, right does not move any faster than normal.
No.
So you've got to prepare for
it's actually almost a whole other
They just
game.
doubled the scrolling speed.
That's
no movement speed adjustment.
Well, this is
I think
that's good.
Outer space stays the same though, which is good. So they didn't speed that.
This would be a nightmare.
Yeah, so especially in this zone, outer space and the boss is easy mode, and then good luck on the ramp. Good luck.
Yeah, not happening.
Also, it's so exciting, some of those features you're describing, John, of like having some upgrades, as well as maybe featuring some levels. I think even just as it is, it's wonderful. I think those will add a whole other dimension to this game, especially the upgrades.
Yeah. Oh, what? Come on. Good luck to me on this.
You mentioned one of your ideas for the upgrades was like a homing missile. Do you have any other ideas for what those upgrades might look like?
Or how do you get the missile? Is it just automatic?
No, there'll be we'll have like something that'll be a ground target that you have to shoot and then pick it up or something like that. We'll have it like on the ground. You have to swoop and scoop it up. And also we had a cool idea. Nathan had an idea where there'll be like a button on the wall that if you shoot it, it'll turn off the electric fence thing that's killing you. You know, so
nice.
That's a wonderful
idea. Because there could be situations where you have to shoot it to get through.
Oh, it blocks your whole path. That's a great idea. Yeah.
And especially the later levels, that creates a whole other dimension.
This is a nightmare. This is ludicrous.
This
is so hard.
But yeah, we had to include it for this purist. So if someone actually wants to play Super Zaxxon, this is basically what Super Zaxxon is. I have to tweak a few things, but this still moves.
Yeah, normal-ish.
It's great that you've got the feature though, and it also, if someone is a master of Zaxxon, they can try this out and see how they fare.
See if they can make it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you deserve 5 patches.
I have to say, at ludicrous speed, it doesn't seem choppy at all. Like it seems.
No, that's true. That's one advantage of that. Okay, this is a nightmare.
This is really challenging. I played on MAME, and it's like almost impossible. Super Zaxxon trying to get through this thing, so it's pretty close to that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. No. Yeah, so we hope to add another boss, hopefully, in a Champeau level. So you'd see that. We should probably have a poll about what people would want for the third boss. You know. Yes. So we'd have to come up with something there. So.
Oh, Thrust says easy, less fuel needed for the fast mode. Does the fuel go faster if you're flying fast?
It does move. No, it moves the same speed. So.
Oh, there you go.
So that does create a different.
Does make it a little bit easier because it is harder to shoot the fuel because you're moving so fast. So that evens out. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, Esmer says keep this in the final build. It's cool to see how far you can get. Fun at my Atari parties. Yeah, for
absolutely. Actually, Nathan had a really cool idea for the tunnel level. You know, the one where you're. Well. Yeah, I saw the little glitch right there too. You would there would be walls in the tunnel section where you'd have to move back and forth because you can't go up and down. So you basically would be kind of like that. Obviously, you ever played Major Havoc, where you're one of the levels of Major Havoc, where you're basically the same type of thing where you have to go left or right and go through the opening. So actually wouldn't be difficult to add at all. So that will probably be something to consider.
Or Battletoads, if people want to reference an NES game. You have to go left and right on a speeder in Battletoads. It's brutal.
Yep.
Tanya would get that reference. I haven't played Major Havoc. I've seen a lot of screenshots and gameplay, and people are hoping that it'll get made on the 7800 soon. There's some rumblings there and some graphics going. It looks really good. But
yeah. Oh, I beat the boss.
You beat the boss.
In ludicrous mode, but
ludicrous.
That's how. Yeah. Oh god, there we go.
Very awesome. Yeah, thank you for reminding us.
We had to show a ludicrous mode at least once. So
definitely,
I love that's in there because it's a whole other game. To be honest.
Well, the good news, if you actually practice on ludicrous mode, then when you go to regular mode, it's going to be much easier too. So that's what I found when I was testing on MAME. I was playing Super Zaxxon. Then I went to Zaxxon and went, wow, this is really slow. And then you become a better Zaxxon player if you can survive Super Zax. So, but anyway, So
Markzilla put in his vote. Markzilla put in his vote for the third boss being a James robot.
A James robot is what I vote for as well. That would be epic.
Or it could be one of the cats. It could be a cat robot or a cat.
Yeah, a cat would be kind of cool too. So and get if I get Sniffles to model for me, my cat Sniffles. So
there you go. Cats make games better always.
What are those ones that you dip the paws? It could be a big one of those, you know.
Oh yeah, paw comes down and shoots something at you. I don't know, litter.
Yeah, exactly. So
cat treats.
We'll see. The thing will be trying to convince Nathan to actually do a graphic of it. So, but we do have the ROM for it. So that's. I think it'd be cool just to have a whole new level, if we could do that. So, but we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so thanks guys for taking the time.
Yes.
I'm glad. I
think
it
you.
was a
thank you so much.
Pretty exciting reveal too. So,
very
hopefully
exciting.
Make a few more Zaxxon fans with this release as well. So.
Well, I've done better than I've ever done on Zaxxon right here, except for the space area. That's hard. That's still hard.
Yes. Yeah, still got to tweak that, but it's it's definitely it's always going to be challenging. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you, John. Another exciting secret reveal. Congratulations to Opcode for winning the signed copy. You'll be in touch with Eduardo. So
absolutely, I'll reach out to him and let him know. So, but that's great. So excellent. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Thanks everyone for joining the chat too. So, okay, bye, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go. Zaxxon for this 2600, a massively upgraded version because it did exist on the 2600 before, and you can tell by him always adding the arcade because to differentiate it from the original. So let's go over what amazing shows we have coming up.
Yeah,
that's another amazing showdown. But there's always some more coming up.
Play the original now.
Oh, you'd be sorely disappointed by seeing that.
I love the upgrades he's suggesting because even just that game alone in its current form would be wonderful. Because once I started to figure out, and there's this whole other layers to it, right? Because you've also got if you wanted to try to hunt for high scores, that would be a completely different world.
Yes.
We're trying to collect all of those like ships, trying to shoot the satellites, and then trying to do like the turbo mode, see how far you can make it. Like it's actually like I can see why it wasn't a super popular arcade game because like it just eats your quarters.
Yeah.
But being able to like play it, it's actually very good for the Atari because I feel like some arcade games almost don't work because you're like, once you figure them out at home, you get kind of bored because you're like, oh, actually, like when I was plugging in quarters, there's also an illusion of being able to run out. But this is one that's almost the opposite, where like it's frustrating to eat your quarters, but when you have time to sit and really figure it out.
Yep, that's exactly right. It's that type of game. So we have back-to-back shows on next Thursday and Friday. On Thursday, we have a distributor spotlight where we run through their entire catalog, or as much as we can. Reboot Games has a big catalog. And have a live interview with Lawrence Stavely, Cyrano J. And then on Friday, we have an exclusive world premiere of a new 2600 game, Tony, which has been released on a lot of other platforms, including Atari 8-bit, and I think SNES as well, and a bunch of other platforms. So we have the exclusive world premiere of that game. And then we go on break for a little bit. And then we come back, and on June 9th, we have an exclusive world premiere of Fantasia, an RPG for the 7800, plus a live video interview with the 2 developers, Bruce Robert Pocock and Zephyr Pocock. And we also have Atari Age Day Spring 2026, talking with all the developers of all the brand new released games that were at Midwest Gaming Classic from Atari Age. That's going to be fun. We don't have a solid date on that yet, but I would expect early June for that one. And look at all these other games we have exclusive world premieres for. Crossbeam exclusive final build, Save Gaia the Age exclusive update, Slayin exclusive world premiere for the 7800 from 9-Bit Robot, which is Eduardo, which is Opcode Games. Room Raiders exclusive world premiere, Demon Attack 7800 world premiere, Xevious exclusive final version, which is coming out for Champ Games through them, and a live video interview with Chris Walton, and the final version of Mortal Kombat and live video interview with developer Chris Bryant for the Jaguar. So tons of stuff to look forward to.
Gamma Dev's comment's funny. So Zaxxon is like an ogre, which is like an onion.
What? I don't get that reference.
That's Shrek. I don't know if you ever.
Oh, I've watched Shrek 1 once, and that was my.
But the spirit of it is like this daunting thing that once you start to peel it back, it reveals itself to be more layered, which is what Zaxxon is. And sneaking a little Shrek reference for us is great.
Nice little under the wires Shrek reference there. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in for this very exciting reveal. It's always so much fun.
Also, just so cool for John to like build the custom design this thing where like we plug in these numbers, it like builds to the title.
Well, that's so I don't get a sneak peek at it. But yeah, the giveaway. That too.
It's not that like we just played a game. He actually built that into the like this show's ability to do this. Yeah, and like a signed copy that's handed away to people.
I love that.
Having the anticipation of needing to guess, like, just is huge. So cool to see John kind of like, and also like that.
Put all this together for us.
Yeah, for this reveal, and then give us a little sneak peek, and it's fun for us too because like we get to see this game before the like he's done some of these potential features.
Yes.
So now when we play it again on the show,
be a different game.
Yeah, and it gives him a deadline. It gives him some quick live bug testing.
Yeah,
that's true. A chance to talk about the game a little bit, and also it's so cool to hear him share his stories
and get some reactions from people, and maybe he can take suggestions that he saw and build those into the game going forward.
Yeah, and those concepts he described were amazing, like a homing missile, shooting a button that closes down the thing, like introducing a new boss, like potentially a new level, knock on wood.
Yeah,
I understand if he doesn't make it because it's like it's already
a big thing.
It's Everest climb to just do this, so to climb another mountain. But I mean, I think
he's done it again in terms of technology too, because you see the graphics.
How does this fit on an Atari, dude? I don't like it.
It is magic once again. Like, okay, let's see the original Zaxxon. I want to show you.
Yeah,
everybody out there knows.
We do. We gotta load it up. We have to.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, oh. Okay. Yeah, that needed a redo.
and also so cool for him to just pluck something out and kind of like that nobody asked for.
Yeah. And he thought, okay, this is going to be I've got the ability to make this worthy of making a game,
and I can take this somewhere. Like that's also kind of like a great thing where it's like not only are you trying to like create something but take it somewhere new, and with just a little bit of work on some of these older arcade games, you can knock them out of the park. Okay, let's check the Zaxxon. Is this for the Atari? Is this?
Yeah, this is the original that was put out, I don't know when, early 80s. I guess not 1982, but not couch can play on all these old games.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they couldn't make it isometric, but they've got, perspective, which is, admirable.
Okay, so I mean the spirit is there.
Yep. Spirit is there. They've got one thing at a time because of, they didn't want to do flicker.
Also, you can really see the perspective. They just jump, like, it almost cuts to be like, you see the, it's like, clunk.
Yeah, because there is no hardware sprite scaling, so they have to draw a new object every time.
Oh man, and it looks like an airplane.
Yeah. Oh, it's going right into me.
Wow.
I mean, it's not the worst, but it takes the game and makes it into something completely different.
Yeah, this isn't the arcade game. You know what I mean? This is a different game. It's Zaxxon still in its like basic spirit, but yeah, there's
and it hits the wall. It's got the wall there. Yeah. The wall's not bad. It's just the perspective is completely different.
Oh, this is this is. I mean, it's the same spirit, but again, like.
Yeah, not. And you don't know how many ships you have left. It doesn't show on the screen.
Yeah.
To shoot.
And honestly, if I hadn't just played the arcade game, this would make less sense to me, Like, this really is, like, for people who played the arcade, are getting this on. Because, yeah, it's not... It makes sense as, like, even this here, right? Like, now that I know that there's this area to fly through. But if I were just playing this, I'd be like, I wouldn't know that there's, like, this... I'm like, what's this texture here? It would take me a minute to figure out what this game is versus like when we were playing.
It'd be confusing.
Obviously,
you figured it out pretty quick after you started playing it.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I died, and then you're like, oh, okay.
I'll have to do this, but it's very clear because it's visually like it gives you like I didn't die and not understand how I died. I died just because I sucked, just because I needed to learn. Versus something like this, like I think I would be able to kind of figure it out. But here, like, why is the black? Okay to fly through and not the other, it's not...
It's like, what is that? It doesn't look like a wall.
But it makes sense when I compare the two games together. It makes perfect sense now.
But nobody's... there'd be very little people probably picking up this game that hadn't played the arcade game first.
Yeah.
So I can understand, but they'd be... Like a lot of conversions would be quite disappointed. But there are some good ones. Is there a boss in this? Yeah, there we go. I don't think I've ever played very far in this because it was so disappointing.
I think you're a bit low.
Oh, that's why.
I think it needed to be a bit higher, but I only know that because of the height of the game we just played.
Yeah, you were right. There we go. Oh, he's shaking. So he's going to add that into
so that feature is going to come in.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he'll add in another detail. Like, we'll see if he does or not. To make that boss harder. But I also think he's like, it's a hard game in and of itself. It's not a bad thing for the boss to be a bit of a break.
Yeah, it's funny for bosses to be breaks, but the game itself is hard enough that it could be.
Well, it has an interesting rhythm to it, right? Because you have this this really hard level, then you've got either the space or the tunnel, which is, if you haven't prepared for it, you're screwed.
Space is difficult. You don't die too easily in the space, but it's hard to shoot the ships in the space. The tunnels, really easy to shoot the ships.
Because I wasn't as good, there was a couple really cool moments where I went into the space and I was like, do I have enough...
Take this out now. Oh, you already did.
I'm like, do I have enough fuel to make it? And so I'm like...
Oh, yeah,
and then I have to immediately land and try to shoot one. Like, they did create it creates a cool tension in that regard. And then I'm maybe taking risks to try to prepare for space. So it has some nice, interesting, different rhythms to it. And then the boss, and then you're back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, and it is nice in that fact that it's not just the same thing over and over again. There's 3 different types of screens, and there's different layouts for each of the levels too, which is great.
Yeah, that is okay. Go ahead, say it. It is bad.
It is. The ships are jumping sometimes. Yeah.
Seems buggy.
Well, the SMS had more advanced hardware. Well, yes, that's for sure. I forgot how disappointing this was.
It's cool. It's great to play the contrast, and I think the feature he added that was so great is the all. So being able to play both levels back to back.
Yeah.
With all that is the way to play the game. That's the.
And it extends the gameplay too. It's like you don't have to play one and then stop. And then
play
switch to the other,
or have one on repeat, the other on repeat. You get the variation of like one, then the other, then the other. That's the way to play the game. And if it does include a third, then what an incredible!
Even better.
You have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like it would be just such a totally different experience.
I bet he will do that. Add that in too. it play music?
Yeah. Peter Jackson Zaxxon, the extended edition.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a lot of fun as always.
The champ was here.
The champ was here, and now he has left the building.
It's good to have the champ in the studio.
Yeah, always. It's always great to talk to John. Another awesome game to add to the champ repertoire. And congratulations, Opcode Games, right there.
Congratulations,
for the win to get it quick. I'm gonna have to. I won't know how quick he got it in relation to when he saw it's coming on the screen, because there's a little bit of a delay between us and them, but it's not long. Usually, it's a couple seconds. He got it pretty early on. So congratulations.
Well, this made my day. It's so great. I feel so lucky that I get to be on.
I just happened to fall on your day.
Yeah, you know. Who is the guy who created Hero?
It's John Van Ryzen.
I
you got that one too?
I got that one too. That was one of the highlights of
his first ever interview.
We were mentioning highlights of we didn't. They asked a question.
No, was that him? No, it's not his first interview. It was the Dino Eggs guy. Yeah.
But that was a highlight of the show for me. Just getting to and then this is another highlight. It's so amazing getting to be there for these just to be there with the developers when they're showing their games, talking about
it's an honor to talk with them and always on the show and get the inside scoop and show off their hard work. And it's really good.
Ask them some direct questions. They get to watch me badly play their game for the first time, which is kind of cool for both of us, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
to see a shitty player try to
I did not do well in my first playthrough either, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
It's tough to adjust to that type of game.
Yeah.
But we got the hang of it after a couple plays.
We got the click, you know.
And it's also an easy show for me because I can't do research.
Yeah, you just gotta.
I can't have any. I can have general questions ready, but not any detailed questions. So it's like an easy day when John wants to do the secret game reveal. I'm just like, yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it anytime.
Show is set, you know.
Opcode. I breathe Atari era stuff. All that knowledge should be of some use. Time to tell my mom.
Yes.
There you go. All my years of playing video games worked out, Mom. I won. That's what you want. Okay, we're out of here. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks so much, guys.
We will be back on Tuesday with some more Atari goodness.
It's happening.
Yeah. Update on my Atari ST.
Ooh.
The power supply. Actually, I can show that. You guys can leave if you want, but let me show you my update. It's now working. I don't know if I told you, but it exploded because I got an Atari STE.
Oh, I remember we talked about this.
Yeah.
And you actually sent photos of it back.
Yes. So there is an update to that. What? This is not. Where's my club? Where's my Atari? There it is. ZeroPage Homebrew Club. That's what I want.
Club.
And hardware updates. There we go. So, it exploded. I put in a new power supply because it was an Atari STE from UK.
That's right.
And stuff back then wasn't world voltage. So I had to switch it over to this new power supply, which is world voltage. But more importantly, it works in North America. When I plugged in the old one, it worked for about 5 minutes and then went pop. And smoke came out of it.
What was the term? What kind of smoke?
Magic smoke.
I remember this. Some magic smoke.
And it's never good. And usually you sometimes don't get to see the smoke. But I was honored to get to see the smoke this time.
True honor.
I sent them some photos. I said, hey guys, your thing popped. Well, I hope it's your thing and not my Atari STE. They said, yep, new one's on its way. Immediately. They didn't need any proof, anything. They just said, hey, can you send some pictures of it if you can? And every angle, bottom, top, everything. Hopefully it helped them out. I put this one in yesterday. Day before, yeah. Put it all back in. It was easy because I knew exactly how to put it in this time. It was fast. Plugged it in. Put the cat cam directly over top of it. I'll show you this right there. So I recorded plugging it in just in case it popped again so I could see exactly where it was coming out. And it didn't. Just ran for a long time. Yep. It's been stable. I've run it for an hour.
This is great.
Yeah. And my little adapter that adapts USB to Atari STE mice doesn't work. But I do have that rollerball that I played Vroom with on the Jaguar. Works flawlessly with it. So I have a mouse. I have a fully working Atari STE system now, so I'm able to play that homebrew. And I filled in the last gap of Atari systems. That is the last one I need. We're not playing portfolio games on this show. That's like a handheld organizer put out by Atari, but you can make games for it. So yeah. Did you send the broken power supply? They didn't want it back. They're just like, yeah, photos is good enough. But if they asked for it back, I'd send it to them. But the USB to Atari STE mouse, they said, I emailed the company and they said, yeah, send it back. We'll ship you a new one and we'll investigate what's going on with it. Because I said, it didn't work with this mouse, didn't work with the wired USB mouse. And I guess they figured, well, it should with both those mice. So it's probably, and it does work with my rollerball. So it's not the port and not the computer. So I do have a working ST. I just have to figure out the multi-cart. I haven't quite figured that out, but it does work. I updated it over Wi-Fi, so we're good to go on that very soon. And we'll be investigating the back catalog of homebrew for the Atari STE. It's a 16-bit system, so more advanced than the Atari 8-bit, so it should be fun. There you go. And I detailed in my ZeroPage Homebrew Club, if you want to keep up to date with all my hardware shenanigans when things go wrong and I fix them, might help you with your troubleshooting. I don't know.
Those are just fun updates, you know.
They are, yeah.
And probably relatable to the folks, I imagine. I mean, if you're into retro gaming at all, unfortunately, there's a reality of retro technology needs little updates, you know, especially when
there's the dead one. I don't know. Looks bad. I couldn't see anything popped on it or blackened or anything, but it smelled like burnt electronics. Yeah, see, there it is working before it popped, and but then it did pop. And the space bar was bad too, and I fixed that. It was just a little piece of plastic that came out. There's my 4 megs of RAM. Yeah. No, RAM's expensive nowadays.
Yeah, you got a whole.
No, it came with that, so that's like maxed out. So I've got a STE with maxed out RAM and a cartridge and
lightning speed,
and it's in
maxed out RAM.
Oh yeah, maxed out RAM, and it's in beautiful condition, absolutely beautiful. So I'm really happy to get that. I'll pistol whip the next guy who says shenanigans. Is that from that movie with the cops in it? I can't remember that. A new one is coming out, part 3.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's silly. Super Troopers. That's the one. Oh, and I put up a diagram of
that's really
my studio.
That's really interesting, actually.
These are all the things that come in, that have to come in. 7 of them. Oh no, some of them are outputs.
Yeah.
So I have my interview computer. We used all of these today. So the interview computer's hooked up, goes through a capture device, USB cable. The cat cam,
USB-C.
USB-C cable. Video camera, capture device, USB-C cable. Game console, upscaler, capture device, USB-C cable. And then the capture device also outputs to what we see, so we can play. The Atari Vox, 3.5 millimeter cable directly into the computer.
That's right.
Microphone, XLR cable to a USB audio input, USB cable. So
which
there you go.
I've been learning the importance of.
Yes,
and the power of
good inputs. And yeah, very, very handy. So if you ever wanted to know how we do the broadcast here, there's a good diagram in the club. And because I've been wanting to post that for a long time. And I've mixed and I've upgraded all my stuff recently. So I thought, this is the right time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's much cleaner now. All the cables go in a nice bundle up there. You can see my awesome cable management there. Look at it, it's so clean. It goes up the leg of the table, hidden. Goes in some baskets along.
It makes a world of difference just for you, and especially when you got cats.
Oh my god, especially ones that chew braided cables.
It helps a lot.
How many captured devices? Well, there's one for the computer. The cat cam is USB, so it doesn't need a capture device. one for the video camera, one for the gaming system, and one, not a video, but an audio capture for the XLR. And also, if you are in my club too, you just can go visit it. You don't have to sign up or anything. I also outline every single piece of hardware I use too. So if you want to see what I use and you're not sure of what to buy, here's the ZeroPage Homebrew Atari gaming equipment. Here's all my consoles, my controllers, my multi-carts I have, miscellaneous hardware, and where is my capture
and your
stuff?
wish list? Hell yeah.
There we go. Yeah, my wish list. Let's just see that. Where's my wish list?
I just saw it down there. Maybe like
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
So I've crossed that off. Purchase March 2026, the Atari STE. So I just have a RetroTINK 4K, and something is not available yet. That's the Atari 8-bit FPGA, and a Lynx game drive. But the broadcast equipment's here. You can see which camera I use, which lens I use, what I use for the cat cam, the exact microphone we use. It's very nice sounding.
Yeah.
The capture device that I use to change it to USB. Even the lighting that we use in here is very, very, very bright.
Yeah, and the camera you've got is good, but it's nothing special nowadays.
No, it's you can use anything. It's about the lens. It's not about the camera.
But the lens, but also 4K makes a difference. If you're jumping from 1080 to 4K, that's pretty huge.
In the past couple months, we jumped everything to 4K. Even YouTube, not broadcasting.
But that's also like capturing and then going down is always going to
really
be
crisp.
It's going to be better.
So all of my stuff's here. There's a bunch of links where you can buy stuff. All the 8-bit, 52 links where you can buy games. It's quite a decent thing I put together. It's more for my reference.
Yeah.
So I can what do I do? All connected the same AC. Yes, it is. All this is on one thing.
One of the things that's nice is LED lighting is pretty low wattage compared to other lights. So actually, you don't where studios can get in trouble is lighting that's
a lot of power.
Can be a lot of power and a lot of heat. What's nice about LEDs is they're not hot and they output well.
They're magic. Low heat, low power consumption. They're smaller.
Yeah.
There's no downside to them at all. I guess some lighting people might be like, the temperature isn't very good, but there's higher end versions. These are not,
well, for a small studio with this size, I mean,
it's fine. It's like it's spiking in the green. I don't care.
That doesn't matter.
We're not making a movie here.
Yeah, like there is nothing better than like a giant light super far away, nicely diffused for a Hollywood film, but
and these are all diffused a little bit.
It's not a Hollywood film.
This is not a Hollywood film. We have very little budget here. Try and keep the costs really
also
low.
Just there's something to be said about comfort too, and having avoiding the heat is really useful.
And we did a studio tour not too long ago. Erlen did the studio tour. So if you want to see behind the scenes, there you go. Everything.
Super in depth. And it's on YouTube, so check it out.
Yep, it's on YouTube.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure in about a year there'll be some things missing from it, but that's the way of life. Some new additions, maybe some new organization.
Yeah, maybe in a couple of years we'll do another studio tour if upgrades happen. But I'm pretty happy with the system now. It's so clean. It's dusty, but it's very clean in terms of cables and stuff. It's so nice. Yeah. But vinyl is such a warm sound. Yeah, that's right. So we're out of here for another couple days. Everybody have a great weekend, but we'll say goodbye to Gamadev, Vitoko, Markzilla, Splendid Nut, Huge Jazz, Prow 7.
He got you.
Upcode.
He got you this time.
Oh, who did?
HJ.
Oh, HJ. I should say HJ. S. Ramirez, Atari Warlord, Thrust,
and ABC.
VVG Double Down, still rocking your controllers. They're
Ivory
awesome.
Tower, we might have
Samotep,
Dante, Peachester, Thrust,
Philsan, ITC,
Atari Beer Pong.
Oh, hey, Atari Beer Pong.
Zoomy Ball.
Bill Kendrick.
Nice.
Hammers Dev. Philip Meyer. Everybody came out today.
Whoa.
And everybody else who's lurking. And Mr. Zarnwood just snuck in under the wire.
Ooh, thanks.
So have a great weekend. have a great Friday, and we'll be back on Tuesday with some more Atari goodness.
Enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy
Bye,
your weekend.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.